We have two packages here, one is fake, one is genuine. The real one cost around like $300 or so, I think, at least where I live. And these fake ones I picked up for around $30, and it's basically the cheapest fake version that you can get out there. Looking at the packages, the genuine one seems to be out of higher quality, and the overall package and resolution of the images are better on this one. This is darker and the resolution of these images are worse. On the other side here, they are fairly similar, darker image, worse resolution, and the fonts and such are not really the same. These peel off stickers on the real genuine one is like that of a vinyl. This one is more like of a paper sticker, and as we can see here, it separates when you try to open it. The stickers are not really the same, and on the fake one we have a fake serial number. Opening up these packages here, this is the fake one, never been opened or used. And this is the genuine ones. Of course I've used these ones, I can't really have just a $300 set laying around not using it. We have a little bit of manuals and such. Nothing that I've actually looked through, but we see we have it at least here. The fonts doesn't really match. The Airpods are in here. You got this plastic cover thing around the Airpods, and under here you will have a charging cable and also those changeable earpieces. On the fake one, text is a little bit different. You still get papers that looks almost the same, but not the same quality to the paper, or at least it feels different. Then you have the Airpods here without this plastic thing. Plastic, I think this is plastic as well, but we have a charge cable. It looks fairly good. USB-C to MagSafe, and then we have the earpieces. And compare it to the real ones, the difference here is that all of those ear things just fall out here compared to the real ones where they actually stay in place when you take it out. But yeah, so here we have the cases side by side. Personally, from a distance, I can't tell the difference. They look absolutely identical. The white plastic feels to be out of the same material. The colors are such are the same, but if we were to look into the details, we will see some minor differences. The hinges seems to be out of a little bit different size and such, and on this genuine one, this is aluminium. On this fake one here is actually plastic, so it will also not be as sturdy. We see here this plastic hinge compared to the Apple genuine one. This doesn't have as much play as the fake plastic one. From a distance, you really can't see the difference between the genuine and fake ones. They both have the ear sensing thing to sense that it's in your ear, and it's working on both of them. So if you pull out the cheaper ones, it will stop playing the music. These small grills on the top, and on the back here, I guess for ANC, but the cheap ones here, they don't have ANC. And if you actually look very closely onto these fake ones, we can see that it's just a plastic piece, not letting any ear in or out, or sound in or out, because it doesn't have those ANC microphones there. On the underside here, where the charge ports are, you will have that slot there, which I guess is used as a microphone hole. Taking off this earpiece here, if you have them, you have to be careful when you pull it out the first time with the ones that come with it, because these often are not glued together as good, so you easily rip this whole piece out, and if you really pull on it hard, you maybe rip the cables going out to the speaker here. This is not a problem on the genuine one. Seems to be out of much higher quality. And here we can also see a little bit They look the same, but the overall finish on the genuine one is just on another level. So these $30 fake versions are like the cheapest one you can get, and they are basically the ones you find on like eBay, AliExpress, also as like the 95% new ones. So it's the cheapest version, and also I guess it's the version that people often get ripped off if you buy it from like a Facebook marketplace, that these are the ones you will get because they are basically the cheapest ones to buy in, because they don't have the ANC functionality. So if you want ANC, you have to step up when it comes to price. But I would recommend you going into like ear reps on Reddit, then you can really read up on the different versions and so on. But personally, I think the cheapest ones are the ones making most sense, because for the price they are fairly good. So when it comes to sound and such, I have to say they sound like a $50 headset from other manufacturers, or like main brands ones. But the thing I like about these, they are fairly bass heavy. The first time you put them on, it almost feels like you are in the car with a too big of a subwoofer, but after some time you will learn to appreciate it. At least it's not lacking bass, but it's really overdone with the bass, but you get used to it, I guess. And maybe if you install some kind of Android app, you will maybe be able to tone down the bass a little bit. So it's a little bit too much of a bass, but in my opinion it's better than not having any bass at all. So when you get used to it, I can really find to enjoy this $30 ones. I think you get a lot for your money. Of course, you can't compare the clarity to better like $100 headsets or the genuine ones, but for the price they are absolutely worth it, in my opinion. And if we open this case up, I haven't used this before, so let's connect it. Hold the button on the backside here. Connects as Airpods Pros. Connecting. So these kind of symbols and things are the same as on the genuine one. And for me it doesn't really seem to have any problems like saying they are not genuine or not working. So all of the like the alert sounds on this, battery low, and also the connecting things, are not like the real sounds that you have on the genuine one. Either they are fairly similar to the real one, or a little bit of a different sound. But so these fake ones will appear in like the Find My iPhone place, but it doesn't have like that chip in it that will be recognized by other iPhones. But this one doesn't have that, so it will only, as a guess, store the latest position when you were connected with Bluetooth. As we can see, now we are connected to the Airpods. It will appear here as Airpods in the sound menu. If we hold here, we can have noise control, noise cancellation of transparency, but transparency and noise cancellation doesn't really do anything because it doesn't have those speakers. It will only appear here. You can choose, but they have no function. Spatial audio, fixed, off, head track. Fixed will work because this is basically software driven. It doesn't really have anything to do, I guess. What's inside of this is only like software, but the head tracking is not possible because this doesn't have the gyros inside of it. So you can click on head tracking, but it doesn't do any difference. These fake ones also got touch controls, and it works the same way as the genuine ones. I can't really say they are better and worse than the genuine ones, so I find that's really cool that they work fairly good on these fake ones. Does this fake $30 AirPods Pro 2's wireless charging? The answer is yes, but I wouldn't really recommend it. And also this light here is much dimmer on the fake ones. So since these earbuds doesn't have any ANC, I found out that the battery time was around 5 hours and 20 minutes before it had its first beep, and then it beeps, and then it took like 7 minutes until it died, and it took like 1 hour and 1.5 hours and maybe less than 1.5 hour to charge up the earbuds in the case. And to charge the case with an Apple charger, it took 1 hour and 23 minutes. And when it comes to connectivity and range, I can get like 30-50 meters on range with these ones without it like starts to hiccup and have any issues there, as long as like a free ear way without obstructions. So that's good when it comes to connectivity and problems. And stability, yeah, I think they are fairly good, but maybe some more issues if you were to compare it to the genuine ones. But they are comparable to other headset in the same price class, I guess.